Recording? Hello.
How you doing?
This is Laurie.
This is Peter.
And we're with Action Heroes LA, the subsidiary of Heroes Character Rental Service, with our latest movie review.
Okay, which movie would it be?
I don't know. What's out right now? There's a little film.
Well, yeah.
There's a tiny, that's
There's
kind of like
there's this one that they have like crows in it or something.
crows in it.
Yeah, they're some kind of birds.
Okay. Well, if you can't tell by the screen behind us, we're reviewing Top Gun Maverick, which stars, of course, Tom Cruise and a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer's back.
Yeah, teeny
part. We also
but
have
he
yeah.
He did his thing.
So the sequel to Top Gun from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, of course, those two from the original movie, but we have some new people. Jennifer Connelly, Miles Teller, John Hamm is in this, Leslie Pullman,
Mm-hmm.
who is the son of Bill Pullman, the actor, Independence Day. He was the president.
Oh, he was the president?
Yeah. Do you remember Bill Pullman? He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's been in
like
a lot
80s
of stuff.
and 90s. But
I like Glen Powell.
Glen Powell is in this,
Yeah.
who's always kind of plays the bad guy in a lot of stuff.
Maybe that's why I like him.
He's usually good at it. Jay Lawrence from Insecure Ellis. I had to say that because it's Lawrence from Insecure, and if you watch Insecure, yeah. Anyway,
Monica was in it.
Monica.
Yeah. Yeah.
Monica Barbaro.
Barbaro.
Barbaro. Not to be, we have Barbarans, who I'm related to, but that's not quite it. And this was directed by a Joseph Kosinski, whose previous movie only one I really recognized was Tron Legacy, the sequel to Tron, which, even though I like Tron in the 80s, I didn't check out Legacy. Anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, Top Gun Maverick. Are you on board? Everybody's kind of raving about this movie.
Yeah.
What do you think? Wait, hold on one thing. Peter has on more makeup than I do today.
Yes. I played Batman today.
Which isn't hard to do because I usually don't wear that much anyway. Oh, you're Batman today.
Yeah, I played him earlier,
Okay.
and I
You have to do the eye.
Yeah,
the
and I
darken the eyes.
washed it off, but it didn't all come out.
Because we're Action Heroes LA, and that's what we do.
That's right.
That's what you
That's
do,
right.
only. Mainly. Okay, so Top Gun Maverick's out in theaters now. It was supposed to come out in 2019, but thankfully, Pam, this is the movie to see on the big screen.
It is. It really is.
Of course. So thankfully,
really is.
COVID numbers are pretty.
They're low, they bounce, and then they.
We went on a Sunday night just to be safe, late enough so the theater wouldn't be full.
That's
and
right.
Totally worth it.
Oh yeah, especially when they put me in that F-18 to fly it.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, it felt like that.
Yeah,
That's
it did.
kind of
It
like
did.
what why seeing it on the big screen.
Yes.
Is and why I'm glad I got a bigger screen. When this comes out, I'm going to be ready. But yeah.
But I actually hurt my neck. Because I was in the cockpit flying
to blow up the Death Star. We'll get into
God,
it. So,
I must have went to sleep. I forget that part.
Oh, come on. Anyway, we'll get into it. So what did you think of Top Gun Maverick, the sequel? Well, what did you think of the first Top Gun? What are you lie on the scale?
Although I heard a lot of people say, well, they liked it okay, but they didn't like the love story.
Okay.
And I wasn't too much into that either, but it was cool. It was nice.
It was the buzz back then. I mean, that was the biggest movie going when it came out, and it annoyed the shit out of me that it was.
That's because it came out with what was that? Fail safe, do the right stuff. What?
Do the right. It came out. Yeah, my big piece. Well, it's it was such an 80s movie. The flying scenes were amazing. But the storyline was that hedonistic, ridiculous 80s love story, cocky pilot bullshit that I was not into.
But what was that movie that it beat out?
At the same time, the movie The Right Stuff.
The Right Stuff
was out about the real test pilots and the first American astronauts for the Mercury 7 program. And that's a fantastic movie. Mm-hmm. And it kind of bombed with Top Gun about, bullshit piloting.
Yeah. But Top Gun took it. And this one made the other one look like trash.
Yeah.
That's how good it was.
Well, the other one was trash, but... I have to be fair. I haven't watched it since the 80s. I was tempted to put it on before going to see this one. But I have to say, this one turned me around. I really, really appreciated it. It was really fun to see his character on the other side of the coin, from being the young cocky pilot to now, all the young cocky pilots look at him as this relic, and he's kind of like, they don't have any respect for him. And he knows it because it's like, I'm the old dude now. Mm-hmm. And I guess, we're getting older, and I kind of seeing life from that lens too. I kind of related to that and appreciated that. So that aspect.
Yeah, but with that aspect, I tell a lot of people you're number one.
You're number one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. How do you mean? What do you mean?
Not this finger.
Okay. I see where you're going here.
Yes.
All right. Let's not flick off our audience, all two of you. But so anyway, Top Gun Maverick. It's a okay storyline. I thought the storyline doesn't blow me away. It was just good enough.
Well, you know what? I did like this. I really liked the storyline.
Okay.
Mainly because instead of just teaching pilots, they brought back winners of the Top Gun, and they actually had to go on a mission.
Yeah. It wasn't about just training to be the top pilot. They needed to go on a special mission, and they needed the top pilots to do this almost nearly impossible.
And I really, the writers really came up with something good of having these F-18s, which are actually older planes, F-18s, to do the mission because they're the only ones that had the ability to fly
for such a complicated sequence that they needed to achieve.
Yes.
Yeah. There was the storyline was. I'm not saying it wasn't bad. It wasn't blowing you away, but it was nice and good to really play some incredible flying sequences and action sequences with, and even the drama is, and spoiler alert, the partner, was it Goose? Was his partner that died in the earlier movies? Like, about spoiler alert.
Right.
And the son of him, his partner that he felt like he let down. And even that storyline is handled. It could have been very predictable and cheesy, but I thought they did a really good job.
They did. Yeah. They really did. I really liked the twist that they put into it. Stuff like so. I thought it was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I thought they grounded the relationships and things like that. His position in life at this time, even his love interest thing was more plausible and stuff. It didn't seem, we're just tacking this on. It's like they took care. It's like, let's tell some story. Right. Let's tell an emotional journey somebody in this position in life would experience at this time. And so that they did a really good job of that.
And I really like, spoiler alert, when Tom Cruise did the superhero one knee. When
the poser?
Did he do the poser?
Did he flip his hair?
As much as he could.
As much as he could. He doesn't do that.
And then he had a great line after it. So I was just like, you'll have to see it.
Oh my gosh. But other than that, I do want to talk about the flying sequences. I thought it was interesting because, going into this, there's a lot of buzz about this movie. People are saying how amazing it looks. And, of course, the first meeting, I'm all hyped up. And I'm like, yeah, these flying sequences are good, but I'm not being blown away yet. And I'm glad they knew to save it until the, final set piece flying action, mission. Man, that is a great sequence.
Well, I think that's where I hurt myself.
Did you get whiplash on that?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, I was like, oh. And it was funny because like the mission I was joking about, what they have to do, it is a lot reminded me of Star Wars and having to go blow up the Death Star. And so you have to go through the trench. And then you have to hit the target, which is only this high with your torpedoes. And it was like, okay. But by the time the sequence started, it was like all of that went out the window. I wasn't thinking of it at all. I was on the edge of my seat like, whoa, dude. So good on you, Top Gun Maverick.
Yes, very good. And it is true, even though we have a big screen here, you have to go
in a
movie
theater.
You have
go
to
in a movie theater. Go on a Sunday night when barely anybody's in the theater. If you want to be safe, wear your mask.
Yes.
And
or a Wednesday, that would be
a Wednesday during the week. Whatever, but yeah, go see this in a theater with nice big sound and let it blow your face off.
Yes, because it will.
It will. They had acting performances I thought were good storyline, very touching to see Val Kilmer in this.
Yes.
You mentioned something. I knew he had he couldn't speak.
Right.
I just thought he couldn't speak much anymore because he has I think a throat cancer or something.
Well, it's not just that. I think he had a few operations, and in one of them had to have his voice box.
I didn't know taken. That.
Yeah.
But they have. You said they took computer generated. They took different recordings of his voice from the past and were able to generate dialogue for him to mouth. And did a good job. I thought he was speaking. I was like, oh, I guess he could say a few words still, but I was like, whoa, I would have never known that.
Yeah. In fact, when you do hear him talk any other time, it's usually his son.
Oh, okay.
That's actually talking.
Oh, okay.
But in this one, they could have had his son do it, but they actually went through not just movies he's been in. Anytime he talked, either on a podcast, radio, anything. And they took everything and they had his lines, found all those words, and then they did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've heard there's some incredible computer technology that can replicate a lot of stuff. In fact, I was reading about the Beatles documentary that came out, and they were able to take all these recordings and isolate. I mean, these tracks weren't recorded separately, but they were able to isolate track. And the sound music nerd in me kind of this blows my mind. And there's the guitar track. They're able to isolate it, and it's able to, what you can't hear, it's able to generate kind of guess what is there. But anyway, so I'm guessing this is a continuation of that type of technology. Sorry, I'm sound geeking out right now about this stuff. And one of these days I'm going to get the white balance fixed on this with this cheapy damn camera. With cheapy damn, it's just a regular old computer camera you plug in, USB camera. Anyway.
Why would you get the white balance fixed? Neither one of us are white.
True. Anyway, so any other words on Top Gun Maverick we want to?
You have to go see it. I didn't think. What was her name? The girl that was in it. That played one of the pilots,
Monica Barbaro.
Yes.
Well, yeah, we were talking about this a little beforehand. Her performance, you thought was.
Well, I wanted her to be a little bit more edgy.
Okay.
But
just because she's the female, one female among this top group, you would think.
like we discussed, none of
them had. You were saying, I wanted her to have better quips or something. I was like, well, did anybody have good quips in this?
And
very, beyond
No.
maybe like the major stars. I can't
Yeah.
remember any, but no, they were all kind of about the same. I thought.
they're all kind of tame and just let's
Yeah.
get this done. But yeah, Top Gun Maverick, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah, yeah. I'm hard pressed to give it a 10, but I can go there. I can give it a 10. It's just a fun time at the movies. It's really well executed. You'll enjoy yourself. It redeems the first movie for me, so that's saying a lot. So Top Gun Maverick is in movie theaters right now, if you didn't know, and definitely go see it in the theaters.
Definitely
Hollywood
in
should
the
be happy that they have put out something that really is putting people back into seats into theaters right now. So anyway, we out like
We are out
Tom
like
Cruise getting kicked out of the Navy
again.
Yeah.
All right now.
All right.
See you guys later. Go to this movie. You'll
You'll have
see
a good
It's
time.
Really
and if you
good.
don't have a good time, let us know in the comments because I'd really like to know why.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We out.
We out.